over that 2%, we would ask for 4.3.
Right. Just want to be clear. And so I know you mentioned the Alliance District. I just heard about it myself. So this budget does not include any improvements to address some of the issues that we now potentially will be in Alliance District?
Right, now this was presented before I was notified. I haven't been formally notified or anything, so I'm not comfortable saying yes or no because I don't know definitively until, like, you guys wait for the state to tell you what's coming. Until I get something official from the state, I don't.
My understanding will be 7/1/22, and it's if it happens, it's a 5-year designation.
That's typically, so there's a reclassification every 5 years,
right.
Which means, we've been on that qualifying number for quite some time, but because they only do it every 5 years, you have to wait till that opportunity for the reclassification. We've been told that we've now made it, but I think part of that is some districts are going to come off, and I don't know where the notification process is with those districts that come off.
And any money that is generated from, if you get additional, right, it's supposed to be used to improve whatever metrics that we missed, correct?
Well, yeah, there's a formula to be identified as that, and a lot of it has to do in demographics. So, like, I know for one is the number of free and reduced lunch kids that we have in the district. So, our number has gone drastically increased over the last number of years. So we're at like 49% now. So there will have to be specific, interventions for those particular kids. So there will be things that the state will designate what we would have to do in the event we are in. Yeah.
Right, we have to read, it's accountability score.
Accountability index, but it's a combination of a lot of things.
So last question, just curious. So in America,
New Britain, Norwich, Hartford, Bridgeport, New London, Waterbury, Manchester, New Haven, Wyndham, and Thompson. Why am I mentioning these towns? These school districts have the lowest accountability index scores in the state. So again, why am I mentioning this? Well, Enfield has most recently joined these towns on the Connecticut State Department of Education Alliance Districts list. What exactly does this mean? We sit in the 21st worst performing school district in the state of Connecticut. Enfield, Plainfield, and Stratford have been added to the 2022-2023 Alliance list, which is comprised of the 33 lowest performing districts out of the 200 statewide. This designation is determined through a district performance index score, which is calculated using a formula that includes student proficiency levels in English language arts, mathematics, and science. The state computes the weighted average of the accountability index scores from 2017 through 2019 and sorts from low to high based on the collective scores and then selects the 33 lowest. Not exactly the list you can be proud to be a part of. Keep in mind the scores that they are basing us on are pre-COVID, so that cannot be used as an excuse for low scores. So with the designation of an Alliance District, Enfield is eligible for Alliance District funding. This funding comes as a portion of the town's education cost-sharing grant, and as always with funding, it is contingent on the school district's compliance with the Alliance program requirements. These funds must be used to support new initiatives rather than supplementing existing costs. Continuation of these funds over the 5-year period of a district's designation is contingent on the district's ability to annually exceed, meet, and adjust its goals as outlined in the Alliance District's plan. In order to qualify for such funds, the plan must include objectives and performance targets that are in part based on student academic performance data. The plan must also include strategies to improve student performance. It can include, but is not limited to, the following strategies: tiered interventions for schools within the district based on the need of specific school, K-3 foundational reading programs, additional learning time either in the form of an extended day or extended year, training for staff, administrators, and teachers, etc. So what is Enfield's plan and strategy going forward to bring our DPI scores up and get us out of this unacceptable low rank status? What have we been doing in previous years to counteract our dropping scores? How much additional funding will our district receive from being designated an Alliance District? We allocate $72 million annually to our 8 town schools already, with the superintendent requesting a budget increase tonight of 2.31%. I think that this town should request a definitive plan as to what we are doing to enhance our scores before we allocate any additional taxpayer dollars to the schools. I've been attending board meetings since August. Not once has our superintendent or board of ed even mentioned where we rank as a district. Why hasn't this been brought up for discussion at a meeting this year? Surely our superintendent must have knowledge of how we are performing as a district. Our town's district performance index has consistently decreased every year since 2016, placing us well below the state target score of 75, with our math scores sitting especially low with a DPI of 59. Not only has the school board and superintendent not brought this to the public's attention, but when parents have specifically brought up this during public comment and questioned questioned the curriculum and DPI scores, they were ignored. No answers as to how or why we are ranking so low. I would think that academics would be part of one of the most important topics for the board to discuss. 8 months I've sat and listened to Mr. Drezek and the school board comment about silly sock day, pajama day, virtual purse bingo, and walkathons. Honestly, the board member comments are a glorified reading of a school newsletter. Who holds the Board of Ed and superintendent accountable for answers? We cannot continue down this path, allowing our district to fall behind and rank in the bottom 15% of the state. We've talked about how wonderful it has been to be able to bring in children from other surrounding towns to give them open choice and a better education, but how can we tout that now? Soon we will be the ones busing kids out of Enfield to allow them the opportunity for a better education. District enrollment has steadily declined from 2018, where we had 5,100 students enrolled to 4,800 students enrolled currently. What are we offering new families looking to move to Enfield? Because we all know that a family with young children exploring towns to move to always looks to the school system first. I've stated before I pulled my children from this school system for many reasons, and now this just confirms my decision even more. When I sit down to try and list the benefits of re-enrolling my children in the Enfield public school system, the list is short, to say the least. I honestly have lost all faith in the leadership of our school system, the direction our district is going in, and the curriculum we are teaching our children. I'm now turning to this council in hopes that you will help the parents in holding the district accountable and finally getting answers as to how we are going to do better academically. This isn't just a school board problem, this is a town problem. Mr. Drezek's budget increase request should absolutely be put on hold until we know more about the additional funds Enfield will be receiving from the state and what those funds will be used for. Our school ranking impacts our town as a whole. Our schools are failing our children, our school leadership continues to put their head in the sand. And when will the parent and student concerns be of the utmost importance? Are we waiting till we are the lowest ranking district? Because we don't have much further to go. I'm asking this council to put our children first and work together to make our schools something to be proud of again.
Okay.